Hey TikTok, I'm an Earth Angel, and today we're going to talk about being optimistic. If this is the first time you're seeing me, I suggest you head back to the intro. Figure out if you even want to be here. If so, start at part one, do the work, and meet us back here when you caught up. For everyone else, this is part 92. All right, fam. Optimism is one of your 7 gifts that you need, your 7 keys to get into heaven. What does it mean to be optimistic? It is the characteristic of being hopeful, confident, and sure about the future. Someone who's optimistic probably has a characteristic of positivity. Someone who looks at the glass as half full, not half empty. This person usually isn't someone with anxiety. Optimistic individuals usually know that even in hard times, everything seems to work out, everything's gonna be okay. What is supposed to happen will. Someone who is optimistic doesn't think bad thoughts of what possibly could happen in the future in the sense of bad things. There are those individuals that will throw themselves into shock, throw their body into shock with what ifs and thinking the worst. An optimistic person doesn't do this. In fact, in every situation in life, bad or good, they always have takeaways, good takeaways from everything. They find the positives or what they can learn out of every situation. Of course, being optimistic or getting the gift for it is going to be a little bit more than you just look at the brighter side of things. Once again, you have to embody being optimistic. So, for this, every day to be working on becoming optimistic, being able to embody it throughout the day, you're going to be positive. You're going to look for one good takeaway no matter what situation arises, whether it be bad or it be the worst thing that you can imagine. There's always something that you can take away from every situation. So, to start practicing that, you're going to start looking for positive takeaways throughout your day. It doesn't even have to be a bad situation. It can just be a conversation with somebody. And when you walk away from that person, I want you to at least tell yourself one positive takeaway from that interaction. Changing your mindset from always looking for the worst or looking for the thing that is the worst in every situation so you can complain about it and be upset about it and be mad about it. You're going to start only looking for the positive takeaways. Don't concentrate on the bad. Don't look for the bad. Don't pay attention to the bad. From now on, every day, the only thing you're going to do is look for good takeaways, positive takeaways in every situation, in every experience, every encounter. And like honestly, if you think about it, if you really think about it, in most situations and most scenarios, if you're calm and you just take one step in front of another, usually things for the most part do end up working out and end up working out better than we had even imagined it. When you're an optimistic individual, you're actually able to help others through tough situations. Those are usually the healers because, once again, in every bad situation, you can find something positive. You can find a takeaway. So therefore, when people are having like a really, really hard time, usually they have something soothing to say that will make that person look at the brighter side. That'll make that person realize that it could have been worse, and that they are okay. So when they fully embody being optimistic, the gift that God will give them is precognition. What this means is you will then have the ability to see the future, or what we call premonitions. Now, honestly, as you guys are working through these different gifts, you're gonna know when you've mastered that gift, because if you end up with that ability, you have the gift. You fully embodied it, and it's an active gift for you to be able to experience that spiritual ability. Of course, I would be able to tell somebody how many gifts they have, what they need to work on, whether their gifts are active or not, how many lives they've lived. I have access to all that information for every single person through God, obviously. So, for right now, I'm not going to run around and tell each person what they need to work on, how many gifts they have, and what they need to get into heaven. Right now, what everyone should be doing is just working on those 7 different keys, working on those 7 different gifts. I think as long as you're doing that, you're on the right path. So each day, instead of actively searching for the darkness, actively search for the light. Be the light. Be the change. Once again, you have to have change to get change. So instead of following the dark and looking for your own misery and how to keep yourself miserable, start looking for the light. Start looking for your blessings. Start looking for things you can be grateful for. Start being optimistic. As always, guys, choose to not be a shitty person. Choose love. Choose light. God bless.